Peanut butter sandwich was a staple for most of us growing up, but today we're taking it out of the lunchbox and into my rainbow Thai peanut noodle salad with green curry pork tenderloin. I'm Chef Heidi Fink, and that's what we're cooking on the coast. Welcome to the kitchen. Today we are inspired by Thailand, one of my favorite culinary destinations. We are making green curry pork tenderloin with somewhere over the rainbow peanut noodle salad. Let's get started. The very first thing we want to do with this pork tenderloin is remove the silver skin. So what we want to do is we want to get, if possible, a thin, flexible boning knife. And what you're going to do is you're just going to cut in right here. Take a little piece to start with, so then you have something to grip. And then you're gonna push the knife along, like so, and you're gonna kind of pull the skin at the same time. And you're gonna try and do this in one fell swoop. There you go. Trying to get minimal meat off. Now don't worry too much if there's a little bit of fat on this. Fat helps add tenderness, but you wanna remove any fat that still is attached to any kind of silver skin. Then once we have our pork tenderloins nice and prepped, we are gonna start working on the marinade. But very, very first, I'm going to just put these in a Ziploc bag. Now you can put this in a container of some kind, anything that you're gonna use to put it in the fridge. I prefer a Ziploc bag because it just takes up less room, but you can do whatever you want. There we go. All right, off to wash my hands. All right, my hands are nice and clean. I've removed my plastic cutting board, so I just have this nice, clean, dry cutting board here, and now I'm gonna start working on the marinade. I'm just gonna pull out my immersion blender. You could use any other type of blender you want. So I'm gonna start with green curry paste. If you had a more traditional, really thick curry paste, you might be inclined to just do the 3 tablespoons. I'm gonna add more like 5. Now I'm gonna add some brown sugar to that. So traditionally in Thailand, they would use something called palm sugar. But for those of you who don't have access to an Asian market, light brown sugar or brown sugar is perfectly acceptable. Then we are gonna add some fish sauce. This is critical to Thai cooking. We're also gonna add a little bit of soy sauce to that. So first of all, we're gonna add our fish sauce, 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. Now, if you can't find fish sauce, you can use a little bit of salt and a little bit of water. So usually about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt for every tablespoon of fish sauce. Now we're gonna do a tablespoon of soy sauce. Next, we need some lime juice and some lime zest. So when you're doing the zest of a lime, you just need the very colored outside peel, so none of the white stuff. Once you have most of that lime zested in there, then you are going to just juice. We need about a tablespoon, maybe up to 2 tablespoons of juice, depending on what you like. I'm just gonna eyeball it. And then the last thing we need in our base marinade is some coconut milk. Okay, so I need about 1/2 cup. All right, now let's measure out our 1/2 cup. And if your milk, coconut milk is a bit runnier than this, that's actually great for this particular recipe because it's a marinade. So this is the base marinade. We can puree this up or just even whisk it up and pour that over the pork and it'll be delicious. But if you really wanna bump up the flavors and really make it taste more authentic, we're gonna add some extra things to this. So one of the other aromatics I'm gonna add to this is lemongrass. Everyone knows this is my favorite. So first we're going to just pull off the outer leaves if they look dirty or old, and discard it. So I'm gonna just cut the root end off, and then you only use the thick part of the lemongrass right here up to where it starts getting green and getting kind of thin. So we're gonna cut that like so. And then at this stage, we're gonna cut it in half lengthwise, and you can see there's a core in there that you wanna just get rid of because it's really tough. Okay, so we're gonna pop that. You can just actually push on it with the back of your hand like that and just pop that right out. And there you go, and these you just get rid of. And my favorite thing about lemongrass is how it smells. It smells so lemony and so good. It just adds that extra bit of flavor that you're looking for, an extra bit of real Thai taste. So now I'm gonna slice this up very fine. And we're gonna put that whole bit of lemongrass in here. It's flying all over the cutting board. Okay, we've got lemongrass in there. I'm also gonna add a couple of green onions. I've got 2 cloves of garlic and about a tablespoon of ginger. If you like it really spicy, you can add a green chili, 1 or 2 depending. Then my secret ingredient are the stems of some cilantro. And then finally you wanna add a little bit of spices. So I've got some ground cumin and some ground coriander. Okay, we're gonna add a full teaspoon of coriander, and we're gonna add half a teaspoon of cumin. All right, and then now we're ready to blend that up and add it directly to our pork. All right, so aromatic. It smells like I'm walking into a Thai restaurant, basically. So I'm just gonna put this in the sink and then pour that over our pork that's in this bag. Now, one thing when you are using a Ziploc bag for marinating meat is you have to make sure that you get it mixed on there properly. So I'm gonna zip that shut, and then I'm gonna just massage it around. There we go. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge and grab the one that I made earlier. Here we go. So this pork tenderloin has been in the same marinade, the full marinade, since last night. So I feel like this is, yeah, that's nice and hot, so let's get that on there. So you're gonna pull this up. You're just gonna try and get some of the excess marinade off there if you can. So it's pretty long. One thing you can do, if you want, is cut it in half. Okay, this next one I'm gonna carry over to the air fryer and I'm gonna put it in. It should be preheated by now. I just need to wash my hands again. Right now I'm just marking this. It's kind of hard to mark this when it's so wet. But we are getting some grill marks on there. And I'm gonna get out my, my roasting pan to put that on. So this is, I'm just gonna try marking it on a 3rd side and then put it in the oven. Okay, now I'm gonna take this off and we're gonna put it on our parchment lined tray here and just turn that off. Now, let us carry this over to the oven. That's on a 400-degree convection oven, which is the same temperature as the air fryer. I'm really interested to see the difference between the two in the end. We have to let that pork cook now. Next, we're gonna go on the road. I will see you after the break.
Cooking on the Road is brought to you by Whisk Victoria, the small but mighty kitchen gadget store for every home chef.
Hello, Heidi. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, it's great to see you. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while.
Well, welcome to Hub Fine Foods. This is the retail shop that we opened a year and a half ago.
Right.
During the day, we have all our beautiful neighbors come out and enjoy some artisan products.
Right. So all island products.
All island products.
Okay.
And then, you know, in the daytime, everybody needs a meal.
Yeah.
You don't want to cook in the evenings, so you know you can come here and grab some food here, which is all our take and bake. The whole thing is for one-stop shop that people can pick up items.
This is amazing. And then in the evening?
In the evening, we want to make sure this space was utilized well, so we do all our cooking classes here.
Okay.
More on a cooking demonstration, so guests can sit and watch,
oh, that's
have
perfect.
a glass of wine, or they can join us.
Okay.
And I'd love for you to join us and see what we got in the kitchen.
Yeah, I would love to. Awesome, thank you.
So welcome to the kitchen.
Thank you.
Anytime we invite people to our place, we want to feed them.
Yes.
Right? We're gonna be making our jerk chicken skin.
Okay.
We use our jerk marinade that we make in-house. We sell in stores right now. The very, very crispy chicken.
Looks great. So this is the skin from when you marinated the jerk chicken?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we marinate the chicken for a couple of days, take the skin and put them into a dehydrator, crisp them up overnight.
Okay.
We season the chicken with our jerk up sauce, which is kind of more of our barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Right? We like hot sauce not to be too spicy.
Yes.
So a little bit of the hot sauce on there.
Okay.
It
It's
gives
so pretty.
some vibrant colors. And then we got mangoes. We got a little bit of lime, a little bit of pickled onions.
This is some upscale jerk chicken.
I love you for you to try.
Please, okay.
How's that?
So good. That jerk chicken has so much flavor. The hot sauce has so much flavor, but you're right, it's not overwhelmingly spicy. It's not like gonna melt my face off.
We want it to be flavorful. Our main focus is we want a little bit of heat, but we definitely want some flavorful.
Yeah.
When you come to Hub Fine Foods, you get meals to go.
Okay, so this is one of your pantry items that you
One of
have?
our pantry items that you can buy. You can order it online or you can come to the store. So we have some cauliflower that we just blanched.
Okay.
We're gonna take some cauliflower.
Do you want me to stir that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then a little bit of chickpea chip.
So is this a vegetarian dish then?
This is a vegetarian dish. We take a little bit of harissa.
So a little like North African flair here. Ooh, that looks amazing. That smells amazing.
And then some bechamel. Just a little bit of bechamel, cream sauce.
Just one layer on the bottom, kind
Just
of?
one layer on the bottom.
Okay. All right.
Nice. I've got some smoked cheddar, and then I got some breadcrumbs, so you can top that up. So when you come and buy an item from here, all the dishes comes with instructions.
Okay.
So it's easy you can make it at home.
Right.
So everything is cooked, everything's ready.
Everything's just ready to go in the oven, basically? Okay.
Ready to go, and then
That's fantastic.
you go home. You know, you don't feel like cooking.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is stick it in the oven, wait for the instructions, and
Put
that's
your slippers
a
on,
meal.
pour a glass of wine.
That's it.
And then have a gourmet House of Boateng meal.
In your pajamas.
That is amazing.
We want to make sure we all work so hard, and some days we don't have the time to make.
But you still want to eat something healthy.
Want to eat something healthy.
Yeah. This is a vegetarian kick-ass meal.
This is one of my favorite things, pork belly.
Yeah, yes. The pork belly sandwich. So many flavors. It's just like bursting with flavors and textures. I can't tell you, I've never had mushroom rings, but I'm pretty excited by this prospect.
We like to serve our dish with our sauces here.
Not just a chef, but also a painter. Oh, this is delish. Thank you so much for the tour, for a sample of all of your sauces from your various menus. This has been great.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome back. The pork is ready. I'm gonna get it out of the oven and the air fryer, and we're gonna compare what they look like. All right, let's see the one in the oven. Got it right here. And, ooh, this one is very caramelized. I feel like a bit of an air fryer advertisement right now. So there we go. They still both look amazing. Now we are gonna work on our Somewhere Over the Rainbow peanut noodle salad. So I have a pot here that has got boiling salted water, and I'm just getting my noodles. So I've got some instant stir-fry noodles, sometimes known as chow mein noodles. For this recipe, I'm only gonna use about half a package, maybe a bit less. You can use more. You can double this recipe very easily. I'm gonna cook the noodles first because then they're nice and cooked and cooled by the time you need to add the rest of the ingredients. So we're gonna use tongs or a spoon to kind of break them up as they're cooking. Now these only take a couple of minutes to cook, maybe 3 minutes at the most. So just keep a tight eye on them. The other thing that is going in here that also needs to be cooked is something called edamame. So I like to add those with the noodles actually, so you just double it up. You don't have to dirty a second pot. You wanna make sure to just break the noodles up in the first couple minutes of cooking so they don't stick together. While I'm finishing this, waiting for the noodles to cook, I'm gonna start on the peanut dressing. So this is a riff on a Thai peanut dressing. Some of you, I'm sure, have had this before. It's just like a delicious, savory peanut dressing. So we're gonna start with some peanut butter. We need about half a cup. And then We're gonna put in a 1/4 cup of fresh lime juice. Then we're gonna put in 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Then we need 2 cloves of garlic and about a tablespoon of chopped ginger. We need 2 tablespoons of cilantro. And then we also need some of the thin coconut milk. So about between a quarter cup and a 1/3 of a cup. I'm gonna test these noodles again. I'm really glad I tested it last time and didn't just dump it out. Much better. So I'm gonna go dump this out into my colander. So you just need to run cold water on there long enough just to cool the noodles down. I'm gonna let those drain for just a minute to get any excess liquid off so that that doesn't interfere with the dressing. So another really important thing that I'm gonna add to this salad is red curry paste. Depending on how spicy you like it, you could use 2, 3, 4 teaspoons. It's just kind of up to you. Last thing I need in here is some salt. So we need about 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Now I'm gonna get my trusty blender. Okay, and we're gonna blend this up. All right, there we go. We've got some very delicious peanut dressing. It's a little bit on the thick side, but that's exactly how you want it because some of these vegetables are quite juicy and they can give off some juice. Oops, I'm dripping peanut everywhere. All right, let's get our noodles and we're gonna put those in a bowl. So our noodles and edamame in this bowl. And then I'm gonna start adding our rainbow of vegetables. So we've got our cabbage, we've got this red pepper. Let's see what else. We've got this yellow pepper. We've got this beautiful carrot. So the carrot can be grated or julienne. Julienne is just a fancy way of saying tiny little matchsticks. Some purple cabbage. I usually only add purple cabbage if it's gonna get eaten right away because the cabbage can kind of bleed into the rest of the noodles later on, and then some green onion. And then we're also gonna put some cilantro and peanuts on here as a garnish. I'll take these out of the way. All right, now we're gonna pour this delicious peanut sauce all over the noodles and vegetables, and then we're gonna toss it up. Put that there, let's toss this around. This smells so good. I can smell the lime, I can smell the cilantro, the curry paste. Then we are going to throw on some chopped fresh cilantro and some chopped peanuts for an extra garnish. So there we go, we got this nicely mixed up. Now I'm just gonna quickly chop some cilantro and we're gonna then slice up our pork loin and plate everything ready to go. And like I said, if you wanted to turn this into a vegetarian main, you could just eat the salad by itself. It's really high in protein, with the peanuts, the edamame, and the noodles, so it's delicious. So it's a really nice flexitarian meal you can have with your family. If some people don't eat meat and other people do, then you've got it both ways. All right, let's clear this up and then I'm gonna plate this meal. Now here's our air fryer pork loin. I'm just gonna slice it on an angle very slightly. And let's dig into the other one now. These look delicious, look how juicy. I can smell them. I can't wait to douse these with some more curry sauce actually. I'm just gonna get the plates now. I've got some plates and napkins ready to go here. So now I'm gonna put a little bit of each type of pork on each of these plates. Oh, look at how juicy. Now I do have a little bit of the marinade that I boiled down to make sure it was safe to eat. I'm just gonna drizzle that on there. Ooh, look, it's so cute. All right, now, and obviously you could put more meat on there if you want. Now we're gonna everybody's gonna have a little bit of this noodle salad just piled up there. Try to get a nice assortment of color on there. Okay, so we're arranging some cucumber, and now we're gonna get a piece of cilantro, and then maybe if people want a little bit more chopped peanuts on top. There we go. Some cilantro, and I do have some more peanuts, so just for some extra crunch. Ooh, this looks really delicious. This guy needs a little bit more, actually. There we go. All right, and there we have it. Our green curry pork tenderloin with somewhere over the rainbow noodle salad.
Pairings are brought to you by Liquor Plus. Discover the plus.
There's so many vibrant flavors going on with this meal. I'm so excited to find out how to pair wine with it. Joining us is Sheila Bales from Zanata Winery. Thanks so much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me. I brought Zanata Damasco.
Zanata Damasco, yes.
I think it's going to go great with a dish, you know. And so, should we give it a try?
Sure, absolutely. Can you tell us a bit about the winery while we're pouring this out?
Sure. We're the oldest commercial vineyard on Vancouver Island.
Really?
We celebrated our 30th anniversary last year
Wow.
in 2022,
Oh,
and we produce wines only from grapes grown on our property.
So what makes you think this wine is going to pair with this meal?
It's a 4-grape Frizzante blend, so it's got a little tickle on the tongue, unique vinification that gives us just a little bit of tannins. Plus we've got 4 grape varieties, one Ortega for some acidity, and 3 aromatics to really give us a lot of aromas and nose that compare with like the big flavors in Thai food, like lots going on in Thai food. So,
all right, well, cheers.
Cheers.
I'm going to try it first. Oh, that is really good.
It's so delicious.
Okay.
We love Damasco.
Yeah, it's delicious. Very, very aromatic, very crisp, a tiny bit sweet. Okay, I'm gonna try this with the pork and then I'm gonna try it with the noodle salad.
All right,
I would love it if you'd join me. That is really good. I'd love to know how you think the wine pairs with the meal.
I think it turned out great, actually. All the flavors that are in Damasco, from the 4 grape varieties, the unique vinification, the little frizzante finish, and the little bit of tannins, so they're all just marry perfectly with all of these amazing Thai flavors.
Yeah, that's
So,
right. Yeah, I've noticed the same thing, that it just the bold flavors here really match with the bold flavors there.
Yay, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that pairing worked out.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Absolutely. Yeah. Show us your take on this recipe. Share your photo and tag us on social media at Chef Heidi Fink and at CHEK Media. I'm Chef Heidi Fink. The more you learn, the better it tastes. I can't wait to dig in and eat some more. I think this time I'm gonna have the pork and the noodle salad at the same time. What do you think? Maybe, I don't know if I can get wine in at the same time.
Perfect. That turned out great.
The peanut is like so creamy with the pork.